All right, Dave. The Dave's just getting started. The season's just getting started. I am already tired from all the change we've seen in college football the last few years. Where are you at with everything?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really focused on that.
Yeah.
Focused on how I can get our team ready to win, and the guys and the relationship building, the staff camaraderie, the X's and O's, the opponents. Those things are out of my control. You sit around and complain about things that you can't change. It doesn't help your day.
How has your roster building philosophy changed, if at all, the last couple of years as we've gone through this NIL?
Well, you just have more output. There's fewer or more guys leaving programs across the country because there's more opportunities for them to do it. And so you have to be on your toes, man. You got to be ready. You got to have a long list of guys, and you got to track players that are out there that you recruited in high school that you didn't get, in case they go in, so that because you want to know as much as you can about any kid you add to your team. And what makes the portal recruiting really challenging is the short time you have, between when they go in and when you have to get them on campus to start school, and so we try to do a lot of homework on young men early in the process so that if that ever happens, we're there.
And I notice the guys that you brought with you here to ACC kickoff are all guys that have come through NC State that have stayed, become leaders on this team. I feel like that's probably not a coincidence.
Well, three of them are. Justin transferred to us, but yeah, I mean, developing players is one of the strengths of our program. I think I was very fortunate to work for several head coaches that really understood, how to find the right body type and how to train so that you could put on the right kind of weight. And I think we do a tremendous job of that. And so when a guy's in your program, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, his blood is in the bricks, and it means more to him than if he's just a one-year hired gun per se. And there's a place for that too, but I believe in having more of the guys that we develop and grow than the other.
You've had some transfer quarterbacks the last couple of seasons that hasn't worked out for a variety of different reasons. This year, C.J. Bailey is back, and he knows he's the guy. He stayed at NC State. What does that just do for a locker room?
Well, it's the first time I've had a returning starter at quarterback, I think, in 3 years, so the whole offseason's different when you know who that guy is and the team respects him. You don't have to build all the competition around that position. And really it's about getting the chemistry of the offense the right way and him growing, in the areas he needs to grow in. So, yeah, I'm excited to have CJ as a returning starter. Excited about the guys in the room with CJ as well. I think Lex Thomas is playing really good football. Will Wilson's playing really good football. So our quarterback room's in good shape right now.
Caden Fordham seems like he could be the next in a long line of some great linebackers you've had the last couple years. Peyton Wilson, Isaiah Moore, Drake Thomas. Caden got hurt last year, but do you think he's ready for that moment to be that guy for you?
100%. Yeah, he's an alpha for us. He is a program guy, tough, can run, sees the game, reacts quickly, very competitive, tremendous family. I mean, has all the intangibles you want. And, you never want to see a player get injured. But what comes out of that is a guy that really, really missed playing football. And sometimes you take things for granted when you're a player. You have to practice, you have to lift, and now I can't wait to practice. I can't wait to lift. I think the perspective that Caden's going to have now, and he was never a guy that didn't work hard or any of that, but he is chomping at the bit to get back on the field, and the players love him, respect him. He is a really critical piece on this football team from a leadership standpoint.
I know defensively things last year didn't go the way Dave Doeren football teams like to play for a variety of reasons. How do you get back to that identity, defense first football?
Well, I think, pass rush matters a lot, and we just didn't have consistent pass rush last year. Davin Vann was a really good pass rusher for us, and that was really the only consistent guy. And so over the years, we've always had a couple guys that could get to the quarterback, and when he doesn't have time to throw, it changes the game, Gave up too many explosive plays for a variety of reasons last year, whether it's misfitting the run, not having Caden Fordham in there was part of that too, missing tackles, taking poor angles. I think there's a variety of things there, but we're excited, you know, about the defense having a chip on their shoulder. There's a lot of experience, not just from our guys coming back, but we've added some experienced players that were really good at their other programs. And we're changing some things schematically that we think we need to change so that we can be better against some of the things we're seeing.
Just a couple more questions for you. Appreciate your time. I remember last year being at ACC kickoff, and NC State was one of those teams that was getting a ton of hype.
Yeah.
College football playoff contender, ACC title contender. Things don't work out. Grayson McCall gets hurt at the beginning of the year. And this year, feels like people are sleeping on you guys a little bit more than maybe they should be given your history. But is that kind of right where you like to be, overlooked, underestimated?
Yeah, I mean, I think we underachieved last year. I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you, and that's on me. The quarterback injury, the middle linebacker injury had something to do with that, but at the same time, that's not an excuse. You know, we have to be able to, as a coaching staff, as a team, take advantage of our opportunities. And we lost 5 one-possession games in the last 60 seconds. And so we were close, but close doesn't get it done. And this is a team that's much more coachable, very humbled. The guys that are returners, guys we've added want to prove themselves. So we got a chip on our shoulder, which fits my DNA, and I like where we're sitting.
We've seen a lot of great coaches leave the game because of all the changes. We've seen one come back in Bill Belichick to UNC, recharged at this stage in his career. Where are you at? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Do you see yourself taking NC State into the new era and beyond, or do you see the end? I'm not trying to push you out. You look great, but I'm just curious. I think it's an understandable question.
You know, I don't know if I can give you a 5-year prediction anymore. I mean, college football has changed more in the last 3 years than in the last 30. I still love being around the players. I still love being around the coaches. I love to compete. I love to recruit. And I'm going to do it at a high level. I'm going to keep doing it as well as I can. Who knows if they'll want me to be here in 5 years, right? So I'm taking it 1 year at a time. I'm going to do everything I can to make this the best year I've ever had.
Well, we're happy to have you in Raleigh, and I appreciate your time, Dave. Good luck today and good luck this season. Thank you.